Welcome, low ego action heroes. It's July 16th, 2021, and it's time for Deb Reacts to Stuff You Sent In, which this week is mostly weird jobs found on LinkedIn. So, knowing that I try to keep these streams shorter in the 20-25 minute area, I've picked the 4 things that people have sent. I got 6 things. We'll push 2 to next week. Sorry, everybody. I try to keep these short. So, let's check out the 4 things we're all going to meet this week. Let me open that up. We also have the chat room open in case anybody wants to share some comments on what we're looking at. So let's see. Oh, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Hold on. I almost started the theme song again. That would have been bad. All right, you should now be seeing my screen and me and the chat room. So I was sent this job. It says junior/regular UX researcher. Okay. Responsibilities, project teams, define the user experience for Cisco, okay. Plan and conduct user experience research, usability studies, workshops, surveys, contextual interviews. So again, this is a junior researcher. So again, junior, I expected to ask for a year of experience, maybe 2, though I don't necessarily agree with that definition. So, ability to engage with users. Yes, please. Experience conducting usability testing. Sure. Facilitate on-site and remote usability interviews. Yes. Create personas and user profiles. Sure. Systematically help identify and collect report metrics. Okay. Present findings. Sure. I'm not too sure what I'm looking for in this one. It seems pretty reasonable. Create and synthesize information from studies to guide decisions for products. As it should be. Help drive product direction based on field research, please. Facilitate project communication. I don't know if is there some sort of thing that's going to jump out at me at some point, because is it the bottom where it says nice to have interaction, visual design, and prototyping? I guess that's nice to have, but I don't see anything here in the list of what they want you to do. And responsibilities, I don't see anything here that says, let's see, you will work closely with designers on prototypes and ideate. Yeah, so if I were, this job looks pretty good. I'm going to give it 4 dogs out of 5. I think it's got a lot of promise here, and I think that if I were interviewing for it, I would just be double checking, like, why is interaction, visual design, and prototyping nice to have? Either that's part of this job or it's not. And we just have to get some clear communication around this, because I can't tell. It sounds like, and just because a researcher works closely with designers on prototypes doesn't mean you're doing the prototyping. So it's hard for me to really tell if they actually expect you to do any interaction or visual design, or if they hope you kind of know about it. So I would definitely be asking this in the interview and making sure that I'm learning, is this a part of my job or not? Is this my responsibility, or am I just collaborating with the people who have these responsibilities? So if you are applying to this job and making it to the interview stage, that's what I would be asking. But all in all, it doesn't seem like a bad job, and it definitely seems like a research job focused on research, except for that last weird sentence. So I'm not too sure what's going on. So just best to double check. That's what the interview process is for. So thanks to whoever sent that in. Let's see what our next one is. This one is another job. Hive streaming, UX designer in Sweden. Okay, in these turbulent times, retire that phrase. Who are we? Don't care. What to expect? We've got people, okay? We'll offer you a fast pace. Yeah, we know what that means. Okay, UX designer, which evidently sometimes has a dash in it and sometimes does not. You are a UX designer in the analytics team. Okay, so I'm guessing maybe they have a product related to analytics. Design a user-friendly product addressing the needs of the customer persona. The awareness of the persona you will get from the researcher's findings, and you'll collaborate with them. Sounds okay so far. It's very common at companies to split up research and design and have these people collaborate closely. If you watched episode 116, I recommend that in my model as well, especially if you want to move fast. You will illustrate design ideas using storyboards, process flows, and sitemaps, design graphic user interface elements, develop wireframes and prototypes, work closely with the researcher, prepare and present rough drafts, communicate ideas, 5 years in UI UX, no wireframe tools, and all that, and previous analytics would be great. We hope you'll be customer-centric, resourceful, and influencer. Responses convincingly to challenges. It sounds like you're going to have to talk people in and out of stuff. Okay, so my impression of this job is that you're going to have to talk people in and out of stuff, but even that won't matter much because it sounds like you are mostly a UI designer who's going to make wireframes. Now, again, hopefully based on a researcher's good research work. So to me, that still sounds pretty good. I want to give that 3 or 4 dogs because I think they're being pretty upfront about the job. I would still have questions during the interview, but I think they're being pretty upfront that this is a little bit more graphic design, not so much UX, but at least you've got a researcher who's going to inform you and hopefully do some testing stuff. So yeah, maybe even 4 dogs because I think it's pretty honest. I think it's pretty clear that this is wireframes and visual design. Thanks for sending it in. Paul says, but they said UI UX. Yeah, of course they said UI UX, and that many of us noticed that as well, as usually a sign that this is more visual or graphic design than UX. But I already got that from everything they said here. So at least it's pretty consistent that this really is a little bit more on the UI side. They can call it a UX designer all day long, but of course that's why I wrote today's Medium article, which you can look up on Medium. And I've already forgotten the name of my Medium article. Hi, Darren and Paul. Anyway, a new Medium article out today. What did I name it? Does anyone remember? I posted it to Slack. No, not that. No, not that. Yes, the coming CX UX correction and shift. I kind of cover that in there, sorta. Yeah, Paul says, hey, it's UI. Sure. All right, next one. This was a LinkedIn post that of course, you can see I responded to, and I ended up in a bit of a long battle with this guy. So let's just talk about this a little bit. Hi, Charlene. Happy Friday. This guy, whoever he is, I genuinely don't know, said, do not use the word accountability in your company. It has the opposite effect you intend. It creates fear, subversion, optics management, and reticence. The word you're looking for is analysis, not accountability. Focus on what happened, not who did it. Discuss internally ASAP. And as you can see on the screen, I then gave him a set of realities from many people's UX jobs and how I believe accountability would fix those problems. But if he believes that we shouldn't use the word accountability and there shouldn't be accountability and we shouldn't look at who's responsible for things going wrong, then please explain to me how his analysis model is going to solve problems like these. And after what seemed like days of back and forth with this guy, I can only tell you that the only thing that I ended up learning was that he's writing a book. And maybe he wants to have a phone call with me to tell me more. And I was like, no, thank you. And ultimately, he could not answer my question. He just tried to tell me that analysis was the way to go here, not accountability. And I said, that doesn't make sense. If I have people trying to change what my job is or does, trying to keep me from doing my job well, trying to do my job for me or instead of me, I want accountability. When that person does a bad job or makes a bad decision, I want that person held accountable. We can focus on what happened. We can analyze it, and then we need to do something about it. And that's what I asked him, because in the back and forth, he basically explained that his analysis model was finding root causes. And I said, yeah, there's plenty of books already on finding root causes, and I can certainly find root causes. And I said, I can find root causes all day long. But if my problem is that people are making decisions in my domain, and I can't stop them from trying to come in on my turf, Where's the accountability? All of the root causes and all of the analysis in the world are not going to create change until someone is held accountable, until someone says, hey, you made that final decision on that UX, and wow, the customers are complaining. We lost some clients, blah, blah, blah. Now what? And I think we need more accountability, not less. So clearly this guy just wants you to buy his book about how analysis and root causes are better than accountability. But I don't think that's going to fly. I think the only people who will buy that book are the people in leadership who are really dicks and are hoping they're going to continue to not be held accountable. They'll probably socialize, let's just analyze instead of holding accountable. But I don't think it's what many of us want. We want these people held accountable. Darren said he had such a small sample set. Another founder gone wild. There won't be any accountability at his company, and the place will be mega toxic. That is a good question. I did not ask him that, but that's a fantastic question. Do you hold people at your company accountable? Or if you've ever been in a manager, because if he's the founder of his own company, maybe it's him and his dog. Have you worked in an environment where you should have been held accountable? And how did analysis make that even better? Tell us. But we're not going to read the book. We'll never know. So that certainly gets 0 dogs if possible. But since our scale is technically 1 to 5 dogs, I will give him 1 dog, the highly judgmental Romeo. All right, and our fourth and final thing, because I'm trying to keep these reaction streams short and always have you wanting more every Friday at this time. And of course, if you want to send something in, look at the top of the screen. It should say deltacx.link/reaction. And of course, please do leave comments on the video after the stream is done. That helps us in the algorithm, and press like. Darren says him and his dog. Love it. Well, look, I've got 5 dogs, so I should talk. The last one we're going to look at today is someone sent this to me and said basically, OMG, read the comments. So this was an Interaction Design Foundation post on LinkedIn that says, describe in your own words what user experience is. No Googling and no copy and paste, please. Why do we need rules? Why does the Interaction Design Foundation always have such crazy rules for everybody? I mean, guys, let go a little bit. Let go a little bit. To learn more about user experience, check our topic page. But then they had some sort of video, which I'm not going to watch, which says user experience is look plus feel plus usability. So let's take a look at some of the comments. I have to sign in to see the comments. Where's all the comments? I've got to sign in. Okay, hold on. Let me switch to another window so that I can open up the comments. Let's go back to me. And I'm going to have to open up a different window. Please hold. Oh, LinkedIn, why is it important that I log in to read comments? I mean, come on. You can always get me to log in once I'm trying to make a comment, because then you can go, ooh, you want to comment? You're going to have to log in. The walled garden, everybody. I just don't get it. So, all right, let's log in to LinkedIn, and let's just X out a couple of the people who've sent me private messages. So let's go back and share my screen. All right. And get the comments up here too. Let's see. Because somebody said read the comments. They're hilarious. This is user interface inside user experience. Much more than what's pictured in this GIF. User experience is literally the experience of a user navigating the journey. It's the journey and accessibility. UX is a bridge between a stakeholder and a final user? What? What? We could have a whole show just on that. What? Creating a visual architecture to solve users' problems. That's UI. UX is the intersection between design, technology, and psychology. Okay. How the user feels. Someone said the comments were great, but they're not. UX is less frustration. Here's Don Norman. I don't know. Whatever comments y'all wanted me to see, I think might be buried. I don't know what you're talking about. So, do you have high school teachers blogging for you? Maybe it was that one. Yeah, I don't know. This one didn't turn out as exciting as some of y'all made it sound like. So let's just go back to the show. So that's it for the short stream, just to make sure we're sneaking in just a few each week. I do have 2 ready for next week if you'd like to be part of that. deltacx.link/reaction. I try to keep these around 20 minutes so we can have a little short look at some of the bizarre stuff that's out in the world. Hi, Destiny. We're just wrapping up the reaction stream. And oops, I almost hit the wrong button and went back to my crazy screen. So just a quick couple of show notes for shows that are coming up. Monday is Enterprise UX with Stephanie Walter. She works in Enterprise UX and she'll tell you what her job is like. Paul says, miss you too. Darren said, if I had time, I would list the comments along with critical info from each person's LinkedIn profile. Yeah, that's so true. I always click on these people's profiles when they're like, UX is not what you think it is. It's really a sandwich, with a small dog. And I always look at their profiles and it's always like, sales manager or something. And I'm like, I'm not sure I want to take your word for it, sir. Tuesday the 20th, double office hours, early and late. No other streams until Friday's reaction stream. Week after, we're going to be doing content design on the 26th. We've got, I think, 2 guests coming to talk about content design, content strategy, and writing. Tuesday the 27th, office hours. Wednesday the 28th is, sorry, I just got confused by my own calendar. Wednesday the 28th is Vivian Castillo. Hey, Ikening, I'm so happy to see you here. Yay! I would press the hearts button, but I'm off the screen. Hold on. Yay, it's Ikening. I hope you are safe where you are and you have food. I'm worried about you. Vivian Castillo on the 28th, everybody. And then we threw in an extra show that week, rescheduled Thursday the 29th, Michelle Ronson on convincing stakeholders and other people to value research. Friday reaction stream, and that's it for July. That's our next 2 weeks, but I am starting to book August, including August 2nd, Creative Capacity with Daniel Engelberg coming back. So lots of cool stuff coming back. And yeah, I hope to see everybody again soon. I hope that you're going to have, Darren says, cheese, cheese, cheese. How come we're not getting the cheeses on me today? Let's try reloading here we go. Here come the cheeses. There we go. Cheeses and pictures of me and stuff. Yeah, so I hope everybody will have a good and safe weekend. Wear lots of masks. Numbers are starting to rise here in Italy because we let in all the tourists. I even let one into my house, and so I'm praying for the best. Except we like her, and her name is Ralitza. So we might have her drop by for Tuesday office hours, so you can see there is a human here, and I'm hoping we're not giving each other COVID. Ikening says, I will touch base with you, but I'm safe. Good. I'm so freaked out about South Africa. So please, everybody help each other. But you knew that. That's the kind of place you are, South Africa. You're beautiful. So everybody be well, eat cheese, take care of each other. South Africans, stay warm and safe. Everybody else, numbers are rising. Put those masks back on and have a delicious dinner. I will catch everybody Monday. Thanks and be well. Customer centricity as business intelligence. Visit deltacx.com to learn why we are